One of the most daunting things about traveling to Japan is a fear of a language barrier. Not a lot of Japanese people speak English, and you, if you're here watching this video, probably don't speak a lot of Japanese. Well, I'm here to walk you through the bare minimum Japanese that you should have in your back pocket if you're going to Japan for the first time. These few words will be enough to get you around, to get you feeling comfortable, and to enjoy part of the cultural experience of actually using a few Japanese words, because I think that is a huge difference maker in enjoying your time in Japan. Okay, so we're going to go through about 10 or 12 words that you really want to know and have at the ready. And I'm going to start with the two words that I think are going to be used the most and are kind of the most important to know. First word is going to be arigato. Arigato, and this means thank you. You are going to use this word a lot, assuming you're polite, and you should be. Japan is a very polite place. You always thank people for anything they do for you. Now, if you want to get a little bit fancy, you can say arigato gozaimasu, which means thank you very much, essentially. It just adds a little emphasis. It makes you sound really good, and it kind of shows respect for whatever person is doing something for you. So at the bare minimum, learn arigato, and for a little bit extra, learn arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu, okay? The second word we're going to learn is the second most important word, and that is going to be sumimasen. Sumimasen. And what that means is excuse me. It's basically the same use of excuse me that you have in English. That could be sumimasen, like, excuse me, can you come take my order at a restaurant? Oh, sumimasen, I stepped on your foot. I'm sorry, excuse me. Or sumimasen, I need to get by you because you're in my way. Any of those, you're going to be using sumimasen a lot. So make sure you learn arigato and sumimasen. If you only learn two words in this entire video, those two are the most important, okay? The next one we're gonna learn is going to be, while we're on the topic kind of being polite and being respectful, we're going to learn dozo. Dozo. Dozo is basically the opposite of excuse me, kind of, if you want someone to go ahead of you, or you want someone to take your seat or something, you say dozo, dozo, here, you can take it. I insist, go ahead, okay? And that one actually kind of comes up a lot. If two people are coming at the door at the same time, you hold the door for them, dozo, okay? They go on through. It's a pretty nice one to learn, and it's not commonly seen probably on another list of words that you need to know, but it will really kind of emphasize your experience there, just being polite to the people around. Dozo, make sure you learn that one. The next two words we're going to learn, I'm going to combine them kind of in one topic here, and that is going to be yes and no. And we're going to have for yes, hai. Hai, it's just very quick, hai. And, and to make sure they understand, usually give your head a little nod, hai. And then iye, and that's going to be no, okay? Make sure you make the first part of the word iye a little bit longer, okay? Iye, because there's two I's there, right? If we write it out kind of with English letters, there's two I's. That means you hold the vowel sound for a little bit longer, for twice as long, right? Iye or hai. All right, and that's going to be yes and no. Now, honestly, you don't really use these too often. And the reason is, it's hard for you to respond to a yes or no question if you don't know what someone's asking you. So, hai and iye don't really come up that often. But if you want something, probably say hai. Or if someone's trying to hand you something on the street, iye, no, I don't want it, okay? So they do come up, just not that often, but they're still very important to know. All right, the next three words we're going to learn are going to be greetings, okay? And they all depend on what time of day it is. So let's start with good morning. Ohayo. Ohayo, yep, and it sounds just like the state of Ohio, but it's a little bit longer at the end. The O you kind of hold a little bit longer, and you basically say this up until noon. Kind of just like whenever you would say good morning here in the United States, you would say Ohio in Japan, okay? And then remember, back when we learned thank you, arigato, we learned thank you, and we could make it a little bit more fancy with arigato gozaimasu. A lot of times you will hear ohayo gozaimasu, and that's going to be just like good morning with a little bit of extra respect, okay? Ohayo gozaimasu, and you might hear that one sometimes as well. Or if you want to use it yourself, please feel free. The next one is going to be hello, and this is kind of like good day. So you use it during the daytime, something you would say, good afternoon, or if you're a Spanish speaker, like buenos dias, or, German, guten Tag, like you would say this kind of during the daytime, and that is konnichiwa, and that's kind of hello, good day, hello, konnichiwa, and you can say that walking into a store, or you can say that, if you're being introduced to somebody as well. That's like one use case for it. It's just good to know like a greeting that you can pull out if you need one. And now let's move on to the evening. That's going to be konbanwa. It's kind of like konnichiwa, but instead of konnichi, we're saying konban, which is like evening. So good evening, right? And you would say this the same time of day you would say good evening in the United States. So maybe like after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, konbanwa. And that's about it, okay? You would not say this to say good night to somebody. If you're like leaving for the night or you're at some kind of event, you don't say konbanwa and then leave. No, that's not really what we're saying. So this is kind of just only as a greeting. Now, if you were leaving somewhere, or like, you're walking away from someone, or you want to say see you later or something like that, then we're going to say mata ne, see you later, mata ne. Mata means later, so we're going to say see you later, mata ne. Or if you don't think you're going to see them later, you would say jane. Okay, so jane, that means bye, kind of like bye-bye. Or you can literally say bye-bye, and Japanese people do say bye-bye to you as well. Okay, so that one's just an easy go-to. Just remember your English, use the English bye-bye, or just say bye, and people will know what you're saying. We're going to move on to a little bit of a different situation. We're going to learn, what if we're in a restaurant? Okay, what if we walk into a restaurant? How do we get seated? In my experience, if you walk into a restaurant and they see you're a non-Japanese person, they're not going to start talking to you in Japanese, okay? They're going to look and see how many people are with you in your party. If you walk in by yourself, or if you walk in with your partner or a friend, they're going to look at you, they're going to point how many people you have with you. So let's say I'm here with my friend, they're going to go, and they're not going to like try to speak to me in Japanese. They're going to go two, and you say, yeah, two. And that's as easy it is. They'll show you to a table. You don't have to stress about it, okay? You just tell them how many people you have with you. Table for two, easy enough, okay? Now when it comes to actually ordering, there's only like one real word you need to know. And I'll tell you, because a lot of Japanese menus, especially if you're in the touristy areas like Osaka or Tokyo or Kyoto, they have pictures on the menu, okay? You don't need to read necessarily what the menu says because they have pictures. So that makes it really easy if they come up to you and you say, and they're essentially waiting to take your order, you kind of just point. You point. And in order to make it less weird, you should learn this word, kore. Kore. And that means, literally translated to English, this. Okay? So you say kore, you point at it, kore. And then if you want more than one thing, you learn the word and, which is to. Okay? And you just say kore, to, kore. So I want this, and this, and this. And it's that easy. And when you're all done ordering, when you're all done pointing out the things you want, we say, please, kudasai. Kudasai. So, okay, we're getting our order taken. Kore to kore, kudasai. And that's it. I want this and this, please. And then that's all there is to it. Like, it's really not a stressful experience. Just learn those couple words and that will get you through it. And don't worry, even if you forget the words, just point at stuff and it'll all work out. They understand you don't speak Japanese, and they're going to figure out what you want if you just point out what you want. We're going to learn a whole sentence now, and this one is going to be a very versatile sentence and kind of important to find whatever you need. We can insert whatever word we want as the first word to basically ask, hey, where is this? And we're going to learn a whole bunch of different words that we can use in this sentence, okay? So let's look at this sentence I'm going to put up on the screen. It says, blank wa doko desu ka? And this means, where is this? Where is blank? Okay, so let's look at some things that we might want to fill in the blank with. First one, very common one, toire. Toire, what does that mean? Toilet. Where's the toilet? Where's the bathroom? Okay, toire wa doko desu ka? Toire wa doko desu ka? And that one will come up if you're in a restaurant, if you're in a store, if you're wherever, train station, something like that. Toire wa doko desu ka? Just ask somebody who looks like they know what's going on. Where's the toilet? And they'll, I'm sure, point it out to you. The next one we might fill in that blank with is hoteru. Hoteru, that means hotel. Okay, so you're gonna notice a lot of nouns are basically said in Japanese the same as they're said in English. Hoteru wa doko desu ka? Hey, where's the hotel? Another one is konbini. Konbini, and this means convenience store. Where is the convenience store? And I'm sure if you're in a big city, there's a convenience store at most 1 block away. So they'll point you to the nearest one. Konbini wa doko desu ka? And this is where you can get food, or, you know, same as convenience store here essentially. The next one, basu. Basu. What is that? What's it sound like in English? The bus. Where is the bus? Okay. And, you know, there probably is a word for bus station, but they'll point you to the bus station. Okay. Or where the bus will come to. Just remember bus. Okay. And then the last one is going to be not an English word, but Japanese word eki. Eki. Eki means train station. Okay, so they're gonna point you to the closest train station, and you know, probably if you're just visiting for a week or whatever, you're gonna be using the public transportation. So basu wa doko desu ka, or eki wa doko desu ka, is gonna help you find wherever you need to go if, you know, Google Maps is not working for you properly. All right, so those were a whole bunch of list of words that you are gonna need to know. And then we're gonna give you 2 more words actually, but they're not words that you have to remember how to say. We're just gonna learn how to read these, okay? Because these are going to come up quite a bit wherever you are, store, train station, whatever, okay? And these words are deguchi and iriguchi, and these mean exit and entrance. So you're probably, I mean, you could use, you know, deguchi wa doko desu ka? Where is the exit? But a lot of times there's gonna be signs up above. Okay, and it's just going to have this symbol on it, okay, and that means exit. So it will help you a lot to understand what's going on, where things are, if you remember this symbol, this word for exit and entrance, and it will help you kind of figure out what the heck is going on when you're trying to find your way around without having to ask people. I think these 2 are probably the most commonly read words that a tourist would need is exit and entrance. Deguchi and iriguchi. You don't have to know how to say them. You don't have to know how to read them. Know what the pictures look like essentially. Okay? So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Let's go ahead and go through them. Go through the list one more time. We have arigato or arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu, and that's thank you or thank you very much. Then we have sumimasen. Sumimasen. Excuse me. Oh, I bumped into you. Sumimasen. Okay, very important. Arigato and sumimasen. And then we have dozo. Dozo. Please take the seat. Please go ahead of me. Dozo. Dozo. And then we have hai and iie. Hai, iie. Okay, and now we have konnichiwa. And that's for the daytime. We have konbanwa. That's for the evening. And then we have ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo. Good morning. Okay. Now we have ordering, if we're ordering off a menu. And remember, we point and we say kore to kore, this and this. Kore to kore, kudasai. Kudasai, please. Kore, kudasai. And now we have, remember how to ask where something is. We have blank wa doko desu ka? Toire wa doko desu ka? That's where's the toilet, okay? Then we have hoteru wa doko desu ka? Konbini wa doko desu ka? Basu wa doko desu ka? Eki wa doko desu ka? Okay, and then we have deguchi and iriguchi as our final 2 words to know how to read. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up. Hope that helped you out. Let me know in the comments below if there's any scenarios where you think these words just wouldn't get you through it and you want to learn a little bit more Japanese to make sure we have a good time while you're in Japan. Hope this helps. We'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you soon.